Hello students, hope you are all doing well. Chemistry is often tagged as a boring subject. Organic chemistry, to be in particular, is headache to a large number of students. Today, we will be discussing on a topic called carbocation. You all must have heard about this. So, without wasting any further time, let's jump to our class directly. When I said the name carbocation, everyone had at least something in their minds. But if I ask you to define the carbocations, or let's say what exactly a carbocation is, most of our minds become blank. In chemistry, carbocations are a group of organic species having a positively charged carbon atom bearing only 6 bonded electrons. So let's just get into details. So it must be an organic species. So obviously we are dealing with organic chemistry, so it must be an organic species. And obviously carbocation, so carbon atom must have a positive charge. We know cation implies a positive charge. So it must carry a positive charge. But where things get interesting is in this phase, bearing only 6 bonded electrons. So we generally know that every atom tries to fill its octet. That means 8 bonded electrons. But here the carbocations have only 6 bonded electrons. So if we go into the details of the shape of a carbocation, we see that uh, carbocation is a planar species in which the central carbon atom which carries the positive charge is sp2 hybridized. This one is sp2 hybridized. That means all of these 3 bonds, this one, and this one, all these 3 bonds are sp2, and we already know that in sp2 the bond angle should be 120 degree. So all that uh, angles, that is R2C R3, R2C R1, and R3C R2, all 3 angles are 120 degree. So let's come to this picture. So we can see that here the molecular structure is elaborated, the actual bonding structure in molecular orbital terms. So these 3, as you already discussed, are sp2 bonds. So this one, and this one. These 3 are sp2 bonds, and the bond angle is obviously 120 degree. But interestingly, as the carbon is only sextate field, that means it has only 6 bonded electrons. It it consists one empty p orbitals. That carbon atom has an empty p orbitals. So 3 bonded orbitals and 1 empty p orbitals. So now you must all have wondered that why carbocations are so important in organic chemistry. It's because they are very highly reactive. So next question comes, why are the carbocations so highly reactive? So in one word we can say they are highly reactive due to their strong tendency to complete the octet. Uh, Everyone wants stability in their life, so as the organic compounds and any other compounds. So this carbon here is sp2 bonded, and it has only 6 bonded electrons, 3 bonds, and that means 3 into 2, 6 bonded electrons. But uh, this carbon wants to fulfill its octet. So in order to fulfill its octet, it readily accepts a lone pair of electron from some electronically enriched compound to its empty p orbital, and thereby fulfilling its octet. Therefore, now how can we obtain these carbocations? So there are some simple techniques by which we can obtain our carbocations. First one is direct ionization. So in this method, we take some compound like alkyl halide. Here we have taken methyl bromide, in which uh, we add some uh, cations like Ag plus, Zn2 plus, Hg2 plus, which readily accepts this halide, and we get our carbocation. Here our Ag plus has accepted Br to form AgBr, that is silver bromide, and we get this methyl carbocation. Next, we can also obtain carbocations by addition of acids to multiple bonds. Here we can choose two types of acids. One is protic acid and the second one is Lewis acid. So what is protic acid? Simply we can say the protic acids are those which can release proton or H plus in aqueous medium. So if we add H plus or acid to this ethene, what happens that any of the carbon, both the carbons are symmetric here, any of the carbon atom by dint of this pi electrons accept this proton. So here the first carbon accept the proton and itself converted into CH3, and then what happens to this carbon is it was sharing a pi bond with the first carbon, but now there is no pi bond, so there is a deficiency of electron. Therefore, a positive charge comes to this carbon and it becomes a carbocation. Carbocation. We can also use Lewis acids. Now, what is Lewis acids? Lewis acids are those which can accept electrons. Here we have added AlCl3 or aluminum chloride as Lewis acid. So in methyl cyanide we have added this AlCl3. What happens that the pi electrons of this C triple bond N bond donates electron to this aluminum as it is a Lewis acid, and therefore forming a carbocation like this. We can also get carbocations by adding some cation to a multiple bond. For example, here we have taken C double bond C, and into this we have added some cation, namely R plus. Um, Now any of these two carbon, depending on their nature, accepts this R plus, and a positive charge comes to the other carbon. Here this R plus is attached to the second carbon and a positive charge comes to the first one, and therefore we get a carbocation. Next, we can also get a carbocation by the subtraction of an atom or group. So here we have taken some alcohol, namely ethyl alcohol, in which we have added some acid, some protic acid, therefore we get H plus. Now ethyl alcohol uh, uses the lone pair of electron of its oxygen atom and donates it to the proton, and therefore forming H2O plus, this H2O plus. Now what happens, um, electron is readily donated from this CH2 uh, single bond oxygen to that oxygen atom, and thereby forming neutral H2O, and we get CH2 plus, that is ethyl carbocation. So this is all for now. In next lecture we will be discussing various problems related to this carbocation.